Hi everybody. So today we are going over something that I am kind of surprised that I have to go over, and that is how to upload photos to Instagram without getting a reduction in quality or pixelating your image. Now, I have to thank a friend of mine for this video, and I'm not going to name them because it's quite embarrassing to not know how to do this, especially when you're in the industry. And you know, it's because of her that I'm doing this video, because she happened to upload a photo on Instagram and I was like immediately, ew, take it down, looks terrible. Let me actually get the file for you and send it to you so you can upload a good quality image. So, so we're gonna go over how to export your images in Lightroom, the way to export them, and why they possibly aren't looking good when you do that. So let's get into the video and get started. My name is Will, welcome back to the channel. Let's take a look at the image that we're talking about. So here is that photo. Now, this is my friend Emma. And she uploaded this photo into Instagram, and immediately when you zoom in, that it is very, very pixelated. There's really no sharpness, there's no detail. And why is this? Because she screenshot the image. She took this image right here, she screenshot both sides and then uploaded them together. That way she could get a fluid image in a horizontal layout in the 4x5, Instagram layout. But by doing that, she really reduced the quality of the image. And when you uploaded it to Instagram, it then compressed it even more and it looks even worse. So this actually looks good compared to what it was on Instagram. Now, what did I do to fix that? The first thing you have to understand is that when you export a photo from Lightroom, there are a lot of adjustments and changes that you can make that do actually affect the quality of the image. So for example, let's take this image right here of Emma, and we're going to right click on it, go to export, export. Now I did an entire video on export settings. I'll link it in the description and up here, but we're just gonna be messing with the file settings. Now, this is where you make all of your adjustments that's going to do a lot of effects to the image. If you do quality 100%, you're going to get the photo at full size, full quality. It's gonna look fantastic. It's gonna look exactly how you edited it in Lightroom. Really quick, before we carry on, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You don't wanna miss any videos, hit the bell, and stay to the end because I'm going to let you in on a very, very good secret for your photos when you upload them onto Instagram. It makes a huge difference, but I'll see you in the end of the video. Now, as you drag this slider down, your quality is going to get less and less to a point where you're actually going to see corruption in the image. Not necessarily corruption, but where the colors and the wave flows don't blend together. For example, let's look at that shot exported at 100. That's right here. So this is full quality. And if we zoom in on this image, you'll notice that she's sharp. Her skin looks good. There's no degradation in the colors coming together. If you zoom and look at the whites, you'll notice all the whites are fluidly together and there's no real corruption there. However, if we now open the exported one at 10% quality, you'll immediately see a difference. Immediately, you'll see all of the banding in the white backdrop. If we zoom into her face here, you'll notice some pixelation and you'll notice the colors don't blend as well as they should together. Now this is at 10% quality, so that does make sense. But if you don't know, well, you don't know. Now, the other thing that can affect it is screenshotting an image. Let's say you're a photographer or you send your photos to a client or receive them from a photographer, and then you decide, oh, I want to screenshot this. So you have it on your phone, you screenshot it, boom, no problem. What you're gonna get is, here's the downloaded photo, no problem, looks great. And here is the screenshot one. You will notice that there is a complete difference. They are the exact same photos. I screenshot the downloaded one and you see the difference. So if you screenshot an image and then upload it on Instagram, again, it's gonna compress it even more and it's gonna look even worse. So never screenshot your image. So what can you do? Well, I have tested out a lot of the ranges where you start to lose quality in export. I have found that when you go below 70% quality, you start losing those details. You start losing noticeable quality, and you start seeing the flaws in the image because the quality isn't high enough. However, there is another option that you can do here. If you raise this to 100, doesn't actually matter, but then you click limit file size. You can actually export the image at 100% quality at a smaller file size. Now, this does have its limits as well. If you go too small, like to 1 megabyte, you are going to cause problems again, and I'll show you the examples there as well. But I found that 4000K, which is about 4 megabytes, is a really good range. I have yet to find quality mess ups, and this should work for most people, but there are going to be those offshoots where this hasn't worked for somebody. So I'd love to hear your experience with this if this method didn't work for you. However, this has worked great for me, and it's kept the files a little bit smaller, but big enough for anybody to do whatever they want with the photos. So let's do this. So we export this image. Let's go back to our examples here, and we're gonna go into a different image because you can really see the difference. Here is 100%, looks great, okay? Here is 50%. Now, at first look, it looks good. Alone, it looks good. However, when you look at them side by side, you'll start to notice there is a little bit of difference. For example, here's the 50%. You'll notice there's a little bit of grain in the sky, and the colors have a little bit more yellow in them, like not nice yellow. Now, if we go to the other image and we look at this one, you'll notice there's less grain in the sky. It's much smoother, and there is no yellowing in the sky. Like, look at the difference. See how it's yellow here and grayish here? So that is a quality difference. Now let's go to the 4.2 and 2 megabyte photos. Here is 4000K or 4 megabytes, and here is 2 megabytes. Now, if you didn't immediately notice a difference, then look again, because immediately you see this red band right here that goes across the middle of the image. There's banding all through it. It looks like crap. So if you look at the other one, there's a little bit of a hue there, but it looks part of the image. It blends through it. Now, if I did 100% quality, there wouldn't be that at all. So this shows you the examples of where you should be about when you export your images. Do 70 to 100%, or do file size 4000K or higher. Again, 4 megabytes or higher. Now, when you want to get them on your phone to upload them to Instagram, if you're not doing it on a computer, then I found that AirDrop works totally fine. I've never had an issue airdropping my photos from my computer to my phone and then uploading them. There's never been a compression of the photos that I've noticed. Again, this might be different for you, so let me know if you've noticed this. Now, if you're the unlucky ones that do not have an iPhone and are not blessed with AirDrop, love AirDrop. I don't know how you live without AirDrop. Then you'll have to use Google Drive or Dropbox or some kind of system like that to keep it from compressing. Because if you, God forbid, you text the image as a transfer, that's the worst, especially iPhone to Android. No, that does not work good. But if you do that, you're gonna get massive compression and it's gonna change the image. However, use Google Drive, Dropbox, something like that, and it keeps the file size and the file in good shape. But that is how to do it. That is how to get your images from Lightroom to your phone onto Instagram without compression, without losing sharpness. And just as a little tip that will help make your photos a little extra sharp on Instagram posts, do this. Go to detail, scroll down, and just boost the sharpening about 50 to 60%. Give it a little extra sharpen, because if it does lower the sharpening a little bit, this will fix it and make your photos look even sharper. And with that, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Here's 2 videos that you're going to enjoy, so click one of those. Check out the description for all the goodies. And if you want a Lightroom Master of Editing course, learn how to edit like a pro, check out the description. Other than that, see you guys in the next video.